Lydia from the chat has a question. Lydia asks, I have a question about texture sequence assets. Are those created within Effect House or have to be uploaded a certain way? Would they go in a constant order?
Yeah, so the order that they will go in, you go to import here. I'll just show you. Go to import and then texture sequence. And when you import it, this is my own slash match that I released just to promote it. So we have a bunch of assets here. If we look at the textures, and I wanted to import some of these, I might import all of these as a texture sequence. Now, basically, the way that the order that they'll run is just however like the default like ordering of them is, which I think is by the spelling. So if you have a texture sequence, the normal thing that you would do is name it the same name underscore number. And that number is the number of the frame. And that way you'll ensure that they'll alphanumerically always arrive in the same order. This one is going to be pretty random. We can see that Macintosh Finder is already kind of ordering them in the way that they'll appear because this is like alphabetical order. So right now, this animation will play banana batteries, bone carrot leaves trash, naturally, of course. But yeah, once it's imported, there are some more controls. I think sometimes people don't realize you can click on the actual texture and control like the number of loops that it will play through, the frames per second, which is directly tied to the duration, and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And for those of you who are not familiar with visual scripting, we've added so many more super commands that you can add. I think for this one, since it's an art maker template, it doesn't show the 2D, so it's a little hard to demonstrate. But if we can open a new template, we have added little commands, so you don't have to build all of the visual scripting from scratch. If we were to import the texture sequence again, it is called add interaction, and you can see it on the bottom of the inspector panel, which is the panel on your very right side. But if you click on like any 2D image, there's stuff that you can add which like cycle through visibility. So if you tap once, it shows up. If you tap again, it goes away. Or I heard from our RDs who are very hardworking that we've had so many, like hide when the mouth pouts or show when the mouth opens and the eyebrows are squinting, like very niche ones too. But now you can add them all with a click of a button. Like if you, so definitely go check it out. I think you have to add something like a screen image, and then it'll give you like all of the options.
Yeah, and just keep in mind that animated textures, they kind of play globally. So if you have one animated texture in your assets panel, it's going to play even if you have a bunch of images throughout your whole project. So that's why it might be nice to click on the stuff in the assets panel and see what interactions there are, because you could have randomize on tap, and now suddenly it's already a randomizer. All you have to do would be just add the screen image, and now this, uh, once you add your once you add your random objects, 6 objects, we could make it say loop count 2, and then we can set this to random, and then it will truly. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, so then every time you tap this subgraph here, will make it play through 2 loops. And I'm not sure why it turned into a black square and it's random, but it's okay. Yeah, I guess that's consistent. But yeah, that should be how you would make the randomizer. Yeah, so that's a great interaction. So then once you're in the hierarchy, you'll notice this add interaction. It's been around for a while, but keep checking in because we keep adding more stuff. And this will add a subgraph, which if you didn't know how to do these things before you looked through this list, you could just add it, and then you could look through the subgraph and see, oh, this is how I would do this if I wanted to uh, toggle visibility on tap or cycle image textures on tap. So it could be a really great resource. Show when fist.
Perfect.